Hi, it's Joanne Stein going to watching Marvel's Runaways Season 2 Episode 3 Double Zeros. This season so far, I'm loving it so much. It's really, everything's ramping up and I've only had 2 episodes. I feel like I've watched so much more than 2 and I can't wait. Let's go. Molly, be careful. You're not experienced at this.
You're just a girl.
Get with the times. Who runs the world?
Go, Molly. I don't know if that solved that woman's problem in the long term, but... Ooh.
Practice at 9 a.m. Everyone agreed.
Behind you.
If practice is at 9 a.m, then she shouldn't be waking up at 9 a.m. She should wake up a bit before 9 a.m. to get ready.
Come on.
I relate.
Not going to school so we don't have to wake up on time anymore.
School just started. Let's go.
Nico makes a good leader.
Let's go.
Alex, he's just kind of completely distanced himself from the rest of them, isn't he?
No matter of fact, key to everything.
Well, that's dangerous because he's on his own. His parents are terrifying.
Good. Let's go get him.
So they're planning on fleeing. She must also be late for practice.
Oh, how much practice?
Enough that you're suddenly nervous. You're not the best anymore.
Wait, I thought I was the best.
No, not even close. Oh, you want to make this a competition?
I think I already did.
Chase, you're going to lose the competition. He's just a mess.
Yeah, you're definitely better.
I love them all.
Our turn. Just a little. Oh no, I'm not. What happened?
What's wrong?
It's
She needs her
Just
meds.
breathe.
It's not gonna land. I mean, it's very dangerous if it does make it through. Yeah, like that.
Hey, I did what you said. The staff did it.
This moment, what I tell you.
But how did betraying Carolina
you and
help his
Carolina
plan?
are the only-
Don't trust anyone.
It's okay.
So you want to make this awkward?
It's good to check. Consent is important. Well, that's the Victor Stein we know and hate.
As I told you, I'm in a hurry.
Go to hell.
I also don't like Jonah and I probably also want to punch him, but I feel like punching people is a bit closer to Victor's
Fine.
instincts. Don't be so trusting.
Maybe we're more than a team. We're a family, and without one of us, we're not whole.
crazy.
No, I didn't say that either.
You know what? I just must have not understood you. Maybe if you could restate it in the form of a lacrosse metaphor. I'm gonna go check on our place.
I'm gonna go do something. Hey, Molly, maybe you can do it with me?
Why would I do that?
Not subtle.
You need to.
I don't know what's going on right now, but we all need.
I just love it because they're all real. Like, they all feel like real characters. They don't always act perfectly. They make mistakes. They say things they don't mean. They lash out. They're stupid. They make dumb comments. And I just really appreciate how real they feel as characters in this crazy world.
Paranoid, abusive. Try living with it for 20 years.
Then why did you? With your child? All manoeuvring and trying to outmaneuver each other, and it's fascinating.
Oh my god, it's about Gert?
Yeah, if you could keep it down. I don't know, maybe it's best if I just leave her alone.
Leave her alone? That's the worst idea.
Maybe you're right.
Really? So I'm good at this. I knew I would be. Spread the word, okay?
I love Molly. I think Chase sort of needed someone to tell him that, like, he's not actually irritating Gert. That, you know, there's more to it than simply her being irritated with everything he says. Especially with his past experiences of people that he loves and wants to love him lashing out at him. It is really interesting how Alex has just completely detached himself from the rest of them, and I feel like this is going to be the moment, if he's taking them to his parents like I think he is, where that comes crashing down and he has to go back to them. Jump in the driver's seat and drive off.
Finally beat me. But this is it, Darius.
They're definitely playing him. They're going to frame him for Destiny's murder.
We good, G?
He's using you.
It's okay to admit that you care about him. I do.
Kind of misses square head and chicken legs.
His bad pitches for mission titles and code names. And even though he thinks he's...
What? I got issues about talking about my feelings, or just generally having them.
I love this teamwork.
Come on, we have to hurry.
I just love them all coming together as a team,
Alex,
and
put this in motion.
then I'm gonna get Alex back, and then they can all be a team. Is there something for Juno to watch this, or is he completely unaware of what they're talking about? The last time they saw each other, she shot him. But then he was even crazier than he normally was before the drug withdrawal.
Simulated facsimile of me, but yes. It's me, Victor.
One of the best ways to talk to him is he can't touch you.
And I've changed.
Not sure I believe that.
Since I shot you.
You shot me?
You were about to kill Chase.
It was me.
Mm-hmm.
I've caused so much pain. I
Yep.
don't want to make it up.
I think it worked. I'm glad you paid someone to fix all the glass in here. They got there first.
Alex, get down!
They're not messing around here. Such off the last time they came across parents.
We don't have time! Guys, hurry! Hot fire!
Oh no, now he's gonna chase him in his car.
Wall!
Whoa. The kids did something all working as a team and it worked! I'm really happy for them. They have definitely set him up for destiny.
Same as you did for his father. Take the rap for his murder charge.
These parents are just stone cold killers, and I don't know why it surprises me. It doesn't really, but it's still kind of like watching it happen is kind of like, whoa. I feel really bad for her. These parents will do anything to anyone. She brought him something to play video games on.
My parents.
We can play like you and Amy used to.
That's really nice. See, like she said, she can't talk about her feelings, but her actions can speak for her. I'm glad Alex is back with the group. He's got a gun. Or a knife. I do love Molly.
Need to work on my tagline.
This is Topher, the guy who must his eyes like Molly. And she went out by herself and didn't tell anyone.
Tell me the truth now. Where were you?
Was this place?
And then she got followed home, Molly. Another fantastic episode this season. I'm loving it so much. And again, I feel like so much happened, but it wasn't rushed and forced. And so Darius, for a moment I said that I needed somebody else to frame it for. Destiny's murder, I thought, oh, and she said, oh, it doesn't have to be a good person or an innocent person or whatever their words were, that it would be him that they would frame. And it was. And, you know, I think whatever his actions, whatever, I mean, we don't really know what he's done, but he genuinely seemed like a good person. You know, he felt so real with his family, and I think that he's gone from that now. You know, his girlfriend is having a baby and he's gone, and, you know, that is really sad, having seen what a good unit they were. And again, him betraying Alex was something that you could see coming, and that Alex should have been a little bit more wary of. I think that quite shows you how, despite everything they've been through, naive Alex is. That if someone says to his face, you can trust me, I'm on your side, that Alex will then act like he is on their side. And I think that's probably going to be true of all of them to an extent. They are kids who are in a way over their heads and they're doing their best. I really enjoyed the way they all came together. I thought the training was a good idea. I think Nico is a very good leader. I know Alex is the one they call the leader, but I think Nico fits that role really well. And I like how they all came through with how they do care about Alex, and even Nico, you know, she showed it with her actions rather than her words, but she did show it, so that's fine. And I liked that they were able to go and save him, and their plan worked. They, you know, they were a team, they didn't hurt anyone too badly, and they got away. And I did love that Molly's contribution to the plan was to pick Alex up and carry him, even though he could have just run. I heard that was brilliant. All of it was brilliant in that sense. Like that they're kind of beginning to slot together. And I mean, it's a TV show, it's never going to be all smooth sailing, but I really enjoyed that, and I'm glad Alex is back with them now, because for the last couple of episodes he had been quite removed, and I think that will change. Now they'll, I mean, maybe someone else will have a bit of distance. And again, you know, it's hard to watch for her sake. I feel for her and I feel for the others, because they don't really know what to do to help her. But Gert, with her anxiety problems, that, you know, someone with anxiety is going to be suffering when they're away from their medication, when they've been used to having it. And I like that, you know, she's not just magically okay and not just putting on a smile and getting through it, that she is suffering the side effects. I like that Chase and Molly had that talk, because I quite like sort of them as a combination thing, especially given that, you know, she's Gert's sister, and if Chase and Gert are going to be together, then you'd like to think that he and Molly would also have a good relationship. And I think for Chase, with everything in his background, with his family and the way his dad was to him, that having someone he really cares about constantly put him down and tell him he's not great is really hard. You know, it would be harder in a way than it would be on the rest of us. You'd kind of be feeling like, is it me? Is there something wrong with me? Look, she clearly doesn't like me. So I think the fact that Molly's response was, no, going away from her could be the worst thing ever, she needs you with her, that was really good for him, because he can kind of hopefully hold on to that and think that he can keep going with Gert, and that, you know, she does care about him. You know, the one time she says she cares about him is more important than the 10 times she says he's stupid. I mean, I think as well, like, Gert is very clearly suffering from a medication withdrawal. Like, if she was constantly being mean to him all the time, otherwise it would not be a healthy relationship. I think, you know, given what she's going through, you can understand it, and I hope they either get her her pills or they're able to help her through the process, or even get her her pills so she can wean off them rather than just go cold turkey on them, because that's what the headaches where if she comes a bit too fast. But I'm hoping to get a bit more of Gert outside of that soon, but I think it's really important that they're showing it, and I'm glad that they are. And then we've got Nico. I definitely said we had in the last episode, Tina and Robert talking about how there were side effects to the staff, and in this episode we had, you know, the beginnings of that she can't always control it, doesn't always do the same command twice, but, you know, Chase, she told him to use the fisticles on her, he did, it hit her, and when he was coming over to see if she was okay, her response was to start to charge at him. So rational Nico, even, you know, if she's hurting or whatever, she knows that Chase didn't just attack her, she told him to. So that, I think, shows that the staff is making her a little bit not herself, it's kind of taking her control a little bit, and I'm worried about Nico with that. I'm glad she's got someone like Carolina who can keep an eye on her, who'd hopefully be there for her, and that they would all look out for her. But that, I thought, was really scary, because it was really just, I'm worried for Nico. I think she's strong, she'll hopefully come through it, but with this show you never know where they're going to go. The parents, you know, they're keeping up their murders, their murder tallies up, and, you know, it's not surprising, but it's still kind of like seeing it happen and just how cold they are with it. You know, you really, like I keep saying, they are mostly in it for their own child. Then we have the Steins, so Victor, who found out that Janet was the one who shot him, and it's hard because when he says all these things like, oh, I've changed, I want to be there for you and Chase, like, I feel like that's the abuse cycle, isn't it? The abuser, you know, has some time and thinks, oh, I've been really awful, I'll be there for you, and then the cycle continues. Maybe everything Jonah's done to him has actually made him stop being an abuser, but I don't trust it, and I don't think Janet should either. And I know that it's not as simple as just, you know, her leaving, but I think the minute he started hurting Chase, she should have left. And the fact that even now, I know she needed him to get the cipher and everything, but some of the way she talks about him, it's like she wants him back, and to be honest, letting him die, or at least stay in this weird world, would probably be safer than getting him back. But that, yeah, and then Molly, going out and being a vigilante. Now, I get the impulse, she's got these strong powers, she wants to help people, she's probably watched a lot of superhero shows like we all have, and, you know, she is trying to help. I don't know how much, you know, scaring that pimp is going to help the woman in the long run. Like we saw the first night she did it, it didn't work, but it has led to Topher, and I know, you know, he was in the trailers a little bit. I don't know much about him beyond that. I know his eyes light up like Molly's, and we had the pimp said, you know, oh, her eyes look like his, so I guess, you know, he's definitely, he followed him. So in that moment, I think Gert was A, really worried about Molly, and B, she's still, you know, a little bit less rational about things than she would be. And I'm not saying she's crazy or anything, you know, just she's struggling to deal with her emotions and her feelings and her thoughts, so of course she would lash out a little bit more than maybe she would have normally. But, you know, it's not okay that Molly's sneaking out, especially without telling anyone. You know, at the very least she should probably say, oh, I'm going to go and I'm going to go to these streets here, so if she doesn't come back they know where to look for her. She should go with someone else's backup, so that they should always go with someone else's backup anywhere they go, I think. So that was a conversation that I feel like we needed to have the end of. and Topher has interrupted that, so I don't know what's going to happen next episode, and I don't really know what Topher's going to do with the dynamic and how he's going to interplay. And I hope, well, I don't know, I'm assuming Livy will be in it again, and I don't know how she's going to interact with Alex and everything. So yeah, that was another brilliant episode. I can't wait to see what happens next. Thank you for watching.